Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the also live on TikTok. Not that I pay any attention to TikTok. Tickety-tock. With the short attention span. I don't know. What are we going to talk about today? Who knows? But Julie Parmay, welcome to the chat. I'm feeling very morning-y. Very morning-y. A little bit slow. It'll take me a minute to get going here. Dynamic Voyage, thank you for subscribing 3 hours ago with the Prime, and Voltic X Tropic also subscribing while I'm not even streaming. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Peeps, what you'll see here is that I've been moving the mine shaft, which is a very big structure, and I've moved it actually a couple of times now. Yeah, so I gotta tear down some materials and rebuild some other parts, and it's gonna take a minute. I also I think I'm gonna start by trying to fix this. I changed some redstone over here, and I think I know what I need to do to finally fix this thing. So I'm gonna do redstone. Welcome to all the peeps tuning in. Is the skiz noise still on the villagers? It is not. I took it off. I need a piston and I need a slime. And then I think I just need redstone wire. Maybe a repeater. I should probably do it. Silken Songs fan says, gasp, I'm one of the first persons on. Oh my goodness me, one of the first persons on. Right, so if we come over here and break that block, and then break the one below it. Put that there. Yeah, maybe this doesn't work. We gotta put a slab there. So now our golem can still pathfind here. See, this was actually already here at one point in time. I had it all wired up. And then it wasn't working, so I moved the piston up the top, and I think I might need a combination of both. So we need to just transfer the power down here, actually. That's kind of it. Like that. Am I the only one who thinks this is one of the highest energy starts to a Hermitcraft season in a while? When I started reading that, I thought you were going to say Hermitcraft stream. I was like, X is a bit, you know, quiet. I agree, actually. I feel like I don't know, we've cooked something special at the beginning of the season. It's just popped off in a different way. I think a part of that is you know, some of you saying it's crazy, it's a really high energy season. I think part of that is decked out free. I think people are really keen for it. Now, I don't know if that like influences us elsewhere to play a little different, but I think it's obviously influencing Tango and the Arizona dads, right? So they're all huddled together to help. Other people are coming with a lot of energy. I've come in with a lot of energy. Maybe it was the fact that season 10 had a bit of a like a slow back end, that we've all recharged batteries and stuff. It's interesting stuff. But yeah, I feel like decked out might just be a big. It's obviously a big component for the Arizona dads, but maybe more than just that. So this is in an incorrect position. It took me a long time to realize the reason my redstone here keeps breaking is because the golem does something awkward with the pathfinding, and I tend to miss it because... Oh, that's really promising. Okay. That's really promising. I tend to miss it because I'm fixing the redstone, and then I go around to observe the golem, and it's broken again. But it's actually, what the golem's been doing is it comes out of here, and it goes straight over to the other side. So initially I tried to block it here to stop it going back down. Now I've had to block it at the top and bottom to stop it looking down. But hopefully the bottom stops it from going all the way across. Right, I'm going to hold my cup of tea. I've got a hot cup of tea and I've got cold hands. You might hear this sound, by the way, just then. Like, I don't know if that picks up, but like I'm just rubbing my hands, trying to get them warm. Good marrow, sir, loving your season so far. I'm off to work. Have a good stream, boss man, says Band of Misfits. Thank you, marrow, sir, loving. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Shall I just continue to read these messages in silly voices? Spanner's in the chat. Have I ever called you Spanner before? I think I always call you Badger. You're doing a graveyard shift for a charity marathon stream. Awesome, awesome. Have I installed the Forever Young data packs, as Phoenix Flame? I haven't. I'm getting Vanilla Tweaks to add a data pack for it, and we'll use that. It's a very Vanilla Tweaks idea, and I can't believe it hasn't been thought of before. Oh my god, this is actually looking successful. Oh, and there's a slim chance of that guy getting damaged by that piston. Now here's the disappointing bit. No. Okay, yeah, we broke the pathfinding at the bottom. It's only since I added the iron bars that it climbs onto the iron bars. I think that might be it, but probably add a delay here somewhere. I can make that a repeater and that a full block, and then it adds a tiny bit. Or put more delay here, which there isn't any room for unless I shuffle things about, which I don't really want to do. Yeah, I think I can just add like 4 ticks. Hopefully that's good enough. Very mild, very minimal delay, but hopefully it works. Any redstone left over? Wait, I got a repeater with me. Nice. Nice. Yo, we got noises in the ear, but I didn't hear them because they're broken. Forever broken. Gerberin, thank you so much for 4 months. Cuplex, thank you for 103. You did not hear incorrectly. 103. Amazing, my dude. Thank you so much. That shouldn't have done any funky stuff up there. Oh, is there like loads of eggs backed up here? That could be a thing. Could be a thing. While I'm up here, I'll take some of this wood. Yeah, I might just go the long way around here, because I've got to get rid of all of this stuff. This was not a great idea. Unless I go between the two. I mean, I'm trying to make my way around to where the golem is, and then I'm like, I'll do this while I go there. And now I'm like, that's a really bad idea. Well done, you. With your bad ideas. Goofy Me, thank you for 21 months. Love the vibe of the new season. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Nix Belial, thank you for 16 months. Also, Goofy Me coming in with gifted subs. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate your support in our community with the gifteds. There's an animation for this. Coded Pandora, the Archimedes 01, Sinatra, Jet, and First 86. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Okay. I'm going to just do the bit on this side now. Although there is some leftover log there. There we go. And then we collect all of it at the bottom. Make our way around to the other side. Chapter Corey, thank you for 64 months. After Laughter, great username. Thank you for the Prime. Maple a cat. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Oh my god, it looks like it's working, yo. I didn't get around in time to mess with that. Oh my god. Have we finally fixed it? Now, chunk unloading and loading could be a thing that breaks it, but I think we finally sussed it. X, I have an idea for a copper golem based minigame, but I think I'm going to build it on LPMT, but you're welcome to steal it if you like the idea, says Doom Notch. Now you got me wondering, like, I haven't thought about making minigames with them, to be honest. Now you got me thinking what we could do. You could have a little delivery game where, like maybe you got, like, multiple destinations, and you have to look at what item the copper golem just got, and then, like, go and turn off the chests and get it to go to the correct location. But that isn't terribly exciting. You know, it's a game, but it feels like it needs so much more. Plus, copper golem Pathfinding can be a bit finicky. Like, right now, this guy should be looking at that. And it took it a minute to figure it out. So, like, 1 or 2 more things have hatched. Now, we should see that change in a second. I don't think there's any more items in it. It'll wait like 7 seconds and then go back in. Okay, so now... Yep, immediately it now spots the new one over here. See that pop up? And the one up here. And now you're going to be like, alright. Yeah, I think that did it. I think that did it. I had to debug its pathfinding, and it kept looking at something down below. And so with the slab at the bottom and that thing there, it's all working now. Do they open trap chests? I've got a feeling they don't, because I remember someone saying like that would be really good if they did, because then you could detect them doing that. This makes you want to go on another 2-week Minecraft binge. I've been on a 2-week Minecraft binge. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. There's a bit of an option for me here. Because the mine shaft has been moved over here now, I could, if I wanted to, actually have a bit more of an open entrance up here. I'm kind of concerned about how far away this guy can look, because he can look for chests in like a 32 block radius. And I'm not sure if that will then have it coming out here, looking off in that direction. We could install some carpets somewhere around here to stop it from getting out, you know? But yeah, there are options. There are options here. Well, I've only got 5. Did one, like, fly off in an awkward direction? Yep. Of course it did. Of course it did. It's Minecraft. That's something I think they could do. Inventory management, quality of life. I think we need a magnet enchantment. I don't think it even has to be mega to be really useful. I think just expanding the range around the player, like 1 or 2 blocks, would go such a long way. Because you always have these little moments of like, why has it gone over there? And now I'm running around trying to pick up that item I'm trying to build with. Gonna need... Oh, look at that. We got a skeleton. We got a skelly bob. Yeah, gonna need some more spruce above. Probably for that side as well. Let's go grab some. How did I get the custom armor? Using the resource pack technology we have. Yo, Callie, thank you so much for 82 months. 82 months. Really appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for sticking around so long. Matster07's here with the Prime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What did I say we'd come get? Because I forgot. You know how it is. Actually, I want some of those, and maybe a few more. Do I have any specific inspirations for your base design this season? Yeah, the copper golems. They're kind of the big thing. Yeah, this here gets ripped out as well. This isn't actually staying. And then we get some banners. I wonder who crafted those, eh? I reckon it's Cubfan. You know, I was suspicious of Joel. Felt like a very Joel thing to do. And then I heard that Cubfan has a big wool farm, and I was like, it's Cubfan. You know. Because that's how things work, right? You know, a robbery is committed, and you know that they jumped in a car to drive away. You own a car, you're guilty. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh, Grian caught him in the act. Brilliant. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Right, I was going to say, I probably need some more scaffolding. Turns out I got some, so... Yeah, today, by the way, like, this stream, what we're mostly going to do is wrap up this kind of mineshaft stuff that I'm working on at the moment. And then we'll head outside after that. But that might be tomorrow. I'm going to stream again, same time tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, you got morning X streams. Going to finish up this mineshaft stuff, which is like a little bit of planning and prep. Not entirely sure it's go. Oh yeah, I want to expand the storage system, so I've been clearing out some space for that. And then we'll probably start to do some more of the outsidey stuff after that, I think. Right, we should probably check for spawning stations. As you saw a moment ago, there's a few of those. A lot of this here can get ripped out. I don't think I'm really going to keep this mineshaft look for that long, but definitely down at this level, it's not going to... fell down. Stick around. Everything is fine with Joel this season. Is it? Okay, good. Good. Everything is fine and normal, yeah? Just wanted to double check. I'm glad you clarified that for me. You love the morning streams because you're Australian. Bias. Joking. Oh, it's always you Australians who like the morning streams. The Americans don't like them. What's up with that, eh? I wonder why that is. What's all that about? Time zones? Never heard of them. Oh yeah, this is just some space below the project. Alright, let's go rip some stuff out. Morning streams are so good since it's 9:26 here. Well, tune in tomorrow for more at the same time. Night Owl American, fair enough. When am I building an enormous copper golem statue underground being worshipped by small ones? I don't recall saying I'd do that. You love the money stream because your time zone an hour before. The money stream? Is this the money stream? Yo, people, it's the money stream. I don't even know what the money stream is. I'm so out of touch with the youth and the kids, you know, and their money streams these days. Okay, let's do this decoration because that's how that would go. And then you need the right like body rotation here, so got to step out a little bit, you know. All right. Efo is online. That is correct. Did Efo sleep in a bed or so? Yeah, he's been sleeping in the bed. Good lad. Good lad. That's handy. Right. Yeah, okay. So we stripped it out up to there, all the wood top to bottom. There's probably more elsewhere. I mean, there's a bit more here I could rip out. And some of this stuff, to be honest. But we don't want to go crazy overboard. I'm literally like ripping out some of that deep slate because I want to reclaim it, as I have so little. But this is the aesthetic I wanted to go for in this area. That reminds me, I wanted to do some branch mining to get more Silk Touch. I was kind of hoping that, you know, Impulse or someone would donate some, but it's for me it's like kind of need to do that bit now, I think. So I can't wait on other hermits for their generosity, you know what I mean? So I think if we were to go branch mining to get some diamonds, that could be fun. Right, we're gonna pillar up here for the next bit. Yeah, just I'm making that list of priorities in my head. Scar discovered that you can use a fishing rod on copper golems, so that could make a fun game, like Hungry Hippos. I don't think Scar discovered you could use them on golems. Golems are an entity, so it's like you can already use them, right? Like, or is there something else to it? Did they have like a special interaction with the fishing rod? Because you can use a fishing rod on any entity. Oh, I fell. Is the north, east, south, west on the face bar a mod? It is a mod, yes. Anyway, Copper Golem minigame ideas. I'm interested in that. For me, my minigame and game ideas, they tend to like stray outside of what you can do in Minecraft. I don't think I map my ideas very well to the survival Minecraft environment. If you give me like a data pack and creative mode and stuff, like I could make all sorts of little mini games. But as soon as they have to be constrained to survival, I don't know what it is. I don't seem to be able to do much with that. So like, yeah, there's the obvious idea of the golems are the ones moving the items from chests. You have to make sure like they get the right thing in the right place, but I can't think of a way to make that more interesting or exciting initially. I mean, just off the top of my head, you know. You had the idea of a copper golem equivalent of a hooker duck game, open and close trapdoors as the golem walk behind, some carrying items. That's a cool mechanic. But their pathfinding won't work in a way where you can do it live. They will pathfind somewhere and then you'll have to wait. So trying to do some sort of like live redirecting, or, you know, keeping them alive by opening and closing the right bits, that unfortunately won't happen. Hey, it's completely unrelated, but you're pretty wise. What do you do when you have 0 to no motivation for something? Trying to do my uni dissertation at the moment. I don't do anything out of motivation, really. I do things out of decision. Like, I have decided that, you know, guitar brings me a lot of value, and therefore I will do guitar. Right? It's like it's non-negotiable. Now, there are plenty of times where I pick up the guitar and start playing and I'm not really into it, but it tends to be that, like, doing leads to feeling motivated and inspired. You just have to get started. Some of those things maybe don't give you that little bit of rewards, you know, that bit of positive feedback. Maybe it's like a chore that you got to do or whatever. But I just like, a lot of what I do is just decision. Inspiration comes and goes, right? Like, doing Hermitcraft is a decision, right? And the inspiration will come and go. But if I stop turning up, if I stop being here to do this, it'll get further and further away from you. And I don't want it to do that. You know, this is my, like, forever game, and I absolutely adore being a part of Hermitcraft. Playing guitar gives me, like, an immense amount of satisfaction and stuff. But don't be under the illusion that it's there all the time, that I'm just somehow always inspired or whatever. It's because I always start doing that I will get there. So if you think of it as a cyclical thing, right? Motivation and the doing, you get motivated, you go do something, right? But also, if you go do something, you tend to get motivated once you start doing it. Showing up is so important. Your discipline inspires me, says Soupy Sauce. I like the term showing up that you've used there, right? Show up for yourself, right? Have a bigger picture. Yeah, this stuff might not be simple to figure out. But you have to, over time, figure out who you are and what you want to do with your time. Alright? And the answers to that can be kind of difficult. But if you know you're really into something, but you don't always feel like it, don't let that do I feel like it or not be the reason to do it or not. Just get started, because if you know you love it, once you get started, the motivation comes. Right? So don't, you can start with motivation or you can start with doing, but the two feed into each other. If you do, you'll get motivated. If you're motivated, you'll do. So I don't wait on the motivation thing. I already know that I'm passionate about making Hermitcraft videos, that I'm passionate about music and guitar, right? I know these things. I do them. I allocate chunks of my time. It's like, today I am doing this. And, yeah, I get started on it, and it don't take long to enjoy it. Motivation, action, inspiration, motivation. The feedback loop, yeah. I sort of deliberately left inspiration out of it, because I feel like inspiration and motivation are actually quite similar. If you know what I mean. They're quite similar in a ways. Let's go do this bit. Any tips for new streamers? Just start streaming. Don't overthink it. Just get into a habit of streaming on a regular basis, and you'll learn as you go. You'll learn if it's for you or not. Sabalget, thank you, X. That's probably the most helpful advice I've received so far. Yeah, it was your message that got us started on that. So like you were saying, studying for a uni dissertation, right? It's like the bigger picture in your head should be, I'm at uni for this reason. Like, I want to be this profession or that thing. All right? And that's your bigger goal in life. So however you're feeling day to day, you always want to head in the direction of that goal. And what you'll find is once you start moving in that direction, that feeling of like motivation and inspiration, they'll turn up. There will be days where it's really difficult to find that, and maybe you do just need a day off. I've had those days, right? But the act of always trying to sort of be like, doing first will make you far more resilient over time. Yeah, and sometimes, sometimes other life factors and stuff are there as well. For me, recently, what's been really weird is winter rolls around, right? And in previous winters, as I've gotten older, when I was younger, I used to love the winter, but I was also a complete wreck of a human being, so I'm not sure if I can really compare my once love of winter to who I am now, but I've found myself getting really moody in the winter seasons. I even brought a thing that I use in the morning. I haven't actually used it yet, but it's like a light screen. It blasts light in your face. And I would just sit in front of it for like 10 minutes at the first thing in the morning, and it would kind of make me feel a little bit better. And this is just a theory that, a lack of sunlight. So you need to get sunlight, more sunlight. Yeah, so I did that, and this is related to vitamin D as well. And I've got a bunch of like these tablets for electrolyte drinks and vitamin D and stuff, and I have like an electrolyte drink every day, especially if it's a day where I'm going for a run like today. And some of these are vitamin D ones. And I just started drinking the vitamin D ones instead of the electrolyte ones. Not really. I don't know why. Maybe I made a mistake. I can't remember. But started drinking these different ones. And I started to notice that kind of moody hump that I have to get over in the morning in the winter season, you know. So then you're in the space where you're like inspired and motivated or whatever. That kind of went away. So I started taking these even stronger vitamin D tablets. I think we were in a Hermitcraft meeting and Impulse or someone was saying like, "Oh, you got to get your vitamin D in." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing that, and it feels like it's been positive." So I thought, right, let's get some of the strong ones because I know you can take a lot of this stuff. It's there's no risk really with taking a vitamin D supplement as far as I know. So yeah, went and got the stronger ones, and since then I'm not out of a dip at all. Like every morning I am just raring to go, and I love it. It's pretty dope. Do I not drink beers, says Yotes Tim? No, I don't do any drugs or alcohol. I mean, alcohol is a drug, and I think it's important to see it that way. You know, a drug is a substance that alters your state of consciousness. I don't drink. I used to. And I'll never drink again. Like, yeah, I know that like there's a lot of culture around drinking. You can go out, have a good time with friends and yada yada yada, but there is also a whole bunch of negatives that come with it. There's downsides. It is literally poison to your body that you are tolerating. The side effect of tolerating it is getting drunk. I value my health so much. My health is linked to my moods, how I do what I do, how much I can do with my time. I value it so much that I do not want to consume any alcohol. It slows me down. The only exception is in cooking. Sometimes there's like wine used in cooking. Not a lot, just a little bit. And at Christmas, we have brandy butter with Christmas pud. That's like my one exception. Little bit of brandy butter with the Christmas pud. That's my little Christmas tradition right there. Your health is your wealth. I like that a lot, yeah. No health benefits, really. No, absolutely no health benefits whatsoever from drinking. Perhaps you can say there are social benefits, you know. They call it courage juice for a reason. Like, there are things it does to you. You could maybe find them beneficial, but for me it's just like, I'm not going to do this. All right. Where are we at with this? We've reclaimed all the wood. Okay, beacon needs moving. Kind of don't know if I want to do that right now. I think I might get started on this. Let's check up on the chicken farm quickly. I'm going to use the free cam. I'm absolutely sick to death of like walking around this thing. It took me for ages to realize that I kept walking all the way around to the back when I could just like dig through the wall here and save myself some time. It looks like we've got it finally fixed, and that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm kind of in a little bit of indecision about the layout around this area. I think we're going to continue with this sort of look. Maybe change it up a little bit, introduce some more blocks. We're going to have a path that goes up there, and I think a path that goes downwards here. And then the way to get across through these areas is going to be through the middle. We're going to have some sort of pathway. Ah, look, here's a bit where I haven't actually finished. And that is going to connect to the area once we've extended the storage system. So I think we'll do that next. Yeah, making big decisions on this. Jelly Creek says you can overdose on vitamin D. Checking levels is important. I really think... I mean, you can take a vitamin D supplement, right? I'm pretty sure the amounts you have to take to overdose are redonkulous. Like, you got to chug down a stupid amount of pills, right? that doesn't like I get that some everything's in degrees. So like when you say what's the thing? Okay, caffeine, right? Like you can't overdose on caffeine, but we're talking about how you consume it. So you get caffeine in coffee and tea, right? If you spent all day drinking some strong coffee, you will probably be in a bit of a state, but you can't overdose from it. If you take caffeine supplements, you can actually get caffeine supplements that are, if you take too much of it in one go, you can die, right? And this is about Becca, thank you for that number, by the way. Well, I'll interrupt myself. Vitamin D is fat soluble. The amount is 4,000 IU a day. It's not that much. That came from the BMJ journal. Yeah, the supplement I take is 3,000 a day. Obviously, there's vitamin D in other bits of food, but when you have too much of it, I don't think it's a thing that sticks around in your system and causes a problem, right? But with caffeine and coffee, if you get like a strong supplement and you mismeasure it as this one person did, right? They took 100 times the dose they were supposed to, and and that killed them. Now, I don't know what it is for vitamins, but I can't help but feel like to overdose on vitamins, you must be putting a crazy amount into your body. And they don't come in that level of supplementation, like the product that's given to you in the case of supplements, I believe they're sort of balanced to be supplements, right? To supplement your diet. If you brought, I don't know, like a block of raw vitamin D, and yeah, maybe you'd get a stupid amount into your body. But that's what happened with this guy in caffeine. It was like they got the numbers wrong, and they took 100 times more than they should do, and that's because you can get caffeine, like caffeine supplement pills that are very, very strong. Lethal dose of caffeine is surprisingly low, says SKJ Veland. It might be like so many things are relative, right? Like when we talk about caffeine, I'm speaking of it in relative terms to how you consume it. So as far as I know, like you can drink a heck of a lot of coffee in a day and you won't feel great, but you're not like overdosing on it, right? Could be mistaken. I've spent like a lot of time listening to stuff about health, reading about it as well, trying to get my head around it all. As vitamin D is fat soluble, it does build up. You do not pee it out, says Becca. Oh, interesting. Does it build up as a reserve, or like or is it fat soluble substances stick around? They're harder for the body to clear and can cause problems, especially if you lose weight quickly. Interesting. Well, do you know what? I'm going to put that on my little research list, right? Like, let's actually go look that up. Maybe I need to brush up on that one. Because from what I recall, listening to podcasts with health professionals, it's like, your vitamins, your supplements, iron. I think iron was one where you do actually have to like do blood work and figure out, if your body needs more or not. But I thought the intuition was you can just take a supplement and you'll probably be fine, right? You have to take loads of them to get it wrong. But hey, this isn't health advice. You can overdose on water by drinking over a gallon in half an hour. Your kidneys can't handle it quick enough. A gallon in half an hour? How big is a gallon, I'm wondering now? Yo, Delaria, thank you so much for 3 months. Also, fun fact, the only withdrawal symptoms that can actually kill you, is alcohol withdrawal. None of the others can. Interesting. There is also blood work for vitamin D. Yeah, you can do blood work on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I swear the thing that I've heard about vitamin D is just like you can get loads of it in your system, and you'll be great. Like, you know, take a supplement, take a strong dose one, and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. For the average person. That's what I seem to remember on vitamin D. So I'll go look it up again and see what I can find. Yo, this guy, Etho, thank you. Just reading my mind, right, so I want to shift everything back. We want to get the positioning correct, and then probably start with... Okay, let's get... Are those like... Yeah, those are slabs. Let's get those chests in position first. Then we can move the items across. Oh, and moving golems? Moving golems is kind of easy. Funny enough. Like, they go to the chest. Like, you want them to go into this space. Right? It's like, I want you to go stand on those chests. Well, they'll go there because that's what they love. So, I ain't got too much of a worry about moving these around. Also, you'll have a new little home up there. And this guy hasn't been aging. Yeah, it got waxed. I don't know how it got waxed. I don't know. I read about studies years ago that taking too many vitamin supplements can shorten your life. Always depends on dosage and what you have, but taking extra vitamins randomly every day might not be good. No, I take a vitamin supplement. And a fish. I see. There's so much conflicting advice online. It's just there's a study for everything. I swear. This could be like an actual problem. Is that if you try and like answer really big questions, because that, you know, can that be true for every single person? Like different populations. Like if you're giving vitamins to a population that have a really good whole foods diet, and then comparing it to, you know, you do the same study with people that eat fast food, like you'll get different results. The NHS recommends vitamin D, and that's enough for me, says Ross. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the whole vitamin D thing is like take a supplement. Like it's pretty every time I've heard it talked about, it's pretty broad like that. So these were deep slate tiles because I was going to put a block there to represent like what items are in here, but then we used item frames. So anyway, right, I need to do some counting and stuff now, right? So it's like 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Then we've got 9 rows of chests, and then that pillar there, which is where the deep slate will start, I think. So, like, you got the pillar, that's here. You got 1, 2. Then you got your 9 chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then, right? So let's double check it. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so that would be this pillar, and this pillar would be where the deep slate is. So now it's like, put the deep slate in line, yeah, with those blocks. So your deep slate goes here, gap of 2. And now we've put in some solid markers for figuring out where everything else goes, basically. Which is what we want to do. And I'm actually, the idea was to sort of build this section here first, move it all back and get it running before we build the midsection, because we can just... Wow, did I make the wrong slabs? Well done me. Well done me. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I think it's shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, it's free real estate. I've not heard that last line before. That's not the rhyme I know. Could you change or add something about the copper golem? What would it be? Oh, that's a great question. That's a really good question. What would I change? I think it being limited to scanning 10 chests at a time. I reckon a little bit more there, maybe 12 would be nice. I think multiple should maybe be able to look into a chest at the same time. This is like a little tweak change we can make here. If I split this thing, if I create a system to make 2 chests in this space, and I think they might be able to access it through the corner, or maybe even 3. Like, if you split the items up into multiple of these chests, they will be able to access them quicker. So there's a possibility to do something with that. I think it might be nice if they could move through each other a little easier, but that doesn't feel right. Like, these suggestions that I've said so far, I'm not sure they're really, like, getting at... There's definitely something you could do with them. I think I kind of need to just, like, focus on one thing right now, which is moving this and not get too distracted. I reckon there's definitely some really cool things you could tweak, change, add with them. And some of the obvious ones there are just, you know, making them a little more flexible and whatnot, which... not always the right way to do things. What's my opinion on marmalade on toast? I love, like, Marmite on toast, marmalade on toast, peanut butter on toast, peanut butter and jam, jam and cheese. I love all of that, but I don't eat bread. Bread is not a part of my normal diet. And if I do have bread, it'll be I'm on holiday, I'm on occasion, like it's a one-off, you're at a very nice bakery or something. The one thing I won't eat is, like, you know, Tesco's white loaf bread. Like, it's just, ugh. If you're gonna eat bread, it should be some real good quality stuff, I think. That's kind of my philosophy on eating bread, basically. Marmite, sure. Nutella I can't do. I can't eat hazelnut. Oh, I guess this roof area needs to be a bit higher, right? So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks up. I need to do some more digging. Am I allergic to hazelnut? Yeah, that and a few other nuts. Brazil nuts, walnuts, dates. Yeah, but I can eat peanuts and cashews. Almonds are good. See, Nutella strikes me as something I'd really like. It's just got hazelnut in, so can't do it. It's a bit weird trying to mirror this thing. It's a bit weird. Almost kind of like want a schematic in a way, just to make it easy, but whatever. It is what it is. Cashews with cranberries? That sounds nice. Nutella is nasty to me, way too sweet. Oh yeah, I can imagine maybe it's a bit too sweet. I like my foods on the savoury spectrum. Today I'm gonna have sort of like double salad. I've got one of those poke bowls with all like rice and salady bits and salmon in, and then I've got some sushi. And my other meal is a big fat salad with some stuffed cherry peppers, chicken, and well, that's about it really. Sushi sounds good. It does, doesn't it? I might mix things around though. Like I like to get a good bit of variety in my diet each day if I can, you know. It's just like an easy goal. Just try and keep it mixed up a bit. So maybe don't have like 2 salads in one day. Sounds delicious. It does. It does. I got a rumbly belly all morning for it. But I got to run first. Gonna do the stream, then gonna go for a run. Running is good. Running's going well at the moment, actually. So earlier in the year, I kind of tweaked my hamstring a bit, and it's been tight for a long time. But I'm feeling it less and less and less, and I've been pushing my average running speed up a little bit, and then I've started doing sprints, and it just feels like, yeah, it's going well, the training. You've honestly never tried proper sushi? Well, if you're here in the UK, you can actually get some pretty decent sushi at like Asda, the Panko. I think it's Panko is their brand, is pretty decent. The stuff to avoid, like my first introduction to sushi was a long time ago, before we had this sort of what feels like a world's foods movement, where all of a sudden, like, well, not all of a sudden, but gradually over time, we've just had more and more like world cuisine kind of come to all the places. It's like everywhere's got a like a Japanese and a Thai place. Just all these different world cuisines. They're just, you know, you go abroad. Like I went to Hungary to eat some Hungarian cuisine, and everywhere I went, it's like just back here in the UK. You got your Japanese place, you got your Thai place. Like we've had this sort of world cuisine movement, and before any of that, Tesco used to do, long time ago, they used to do sushi, and I'll tell you, this sushi was just like pathetic. It was wimpy in a plastic case, didn't look too good, probably wasn't too good, and I thought it was brilliant. I was like, oh damn, this is different, this is nice, I like this. And then I used to have that a fair bit, and then better stuff came along, and now if I have that horrible Tesco sushi, I'm just like, what is this? This is rank. What are we playing at here? This isn't proper sushi. The reason there's so many Thai food places is because the government was set up by the government to encourage people to come to Thailand. That is actually brilliant. I just kind of realized that's probably like a lot of reasons I like to go to different countries is for the food. And maybe that's why there's quite a lot of this world food thing going on, is because people have realized, or governments have realized, like, if we get our food in other countries, it brings tourism here. That would not surprise me if that was like a broad explanation for why we've seen so much of it. I'm going to go repair the pick in the end dimension. Let's go do that. Did my brain glitch, or did X say Hungary? No, I probably did say that. I have a weird thing with, when I think of where Hungary is, it's kind of near Bulgaria, and so my brain says Hungary. Like, this is just... like, it's almost like there's a cognitive issue in my brain where, like, pathways that are near each other just get linked somehow, you know? Stellian, not in Belgium. I understand it's bigger thing in the Netherlands. You guys eat it for New Year. What are we talking about? A dish? Tay Bunny says, oh my god, finally someone that gets me. Wait, do you do the same thing? Quasi-connectivity, yes! I've got quasi-connectivity in my brain. I love it. That is the comment of the stream. Pitching rocks, you just did it. We don't always have a comment of the stream, but every now and then someone hits the nail with the hammer. My brain wanted to say the hammer with the nail. I don't know why. It likes hearing it that way around for some reason. More satisfying. The hammer and the nail. Doesn't it sound nicer than nail and hammer? I don't know why. It does. It doesn't make sense. Brain cells are being bud powered. Yeah, that's it. Now, the orientation of this portal when you go through means that you see that, which is really unfortunate for Wells. And I'm not sure how you'd go about fixing that, other than maybe making the portal appear in like a U-turn, so that you go in at the correct direction. What do y'all think about end flashes, by the way? Like, for me, end flashes, they have to be part of something bigger. Like, why just randomly put that in all of a sudden, right? It's such a strange, unnecessary feature that doesn't really do anything unless it's part of a bigger picture. If the end flash is like a hint at something to come, or it becomes part of something else, then sure. But on its own, like, why have you just put that in the game? It's so strange. It's not even, like, it's kind of interesting. It's not even interesting. It just makes you go, why has that been added? Like, what's that about? Like, it just makes people go, and have to stop and think. Maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted a feature that would make people go, why the heck have they done that? I like getting the Enderman heads. Don't ask me why. I got no plans to use them. I always want to collect them from here. Oh, one escaped. Is it trying to give me a hug? Whew. Okay, I think we've got all the Enderman heads and probably all the XP we need. The sound of the... Oh wait, that's the wrong button. The sound of the XP is very satisfying. Alright, back we go. Enderman head powers rainbows. Does it? Does it now? Don't even know what that means. I suspect there is more to end flashes, just not added yet, says Anti-Brent. I don't know. Mojang are kind of weird, like... it just feels like a typical Mojang thing to put something in the game that makes you go, alright, like, what's that about? I don't think it's part of a bigger plan, I really don't. Like, if they do have a 1.22 end update in the works up the sleeve, it doesn't feel like they're maximizing the marketing strategy that you could do with that. And Minecraft's development has felt very marketing oriented recently. I always have a little look for some skeletons here. So like the move to drops and the way they've marketed drops to me feels like it's a marketing strategy. Now, if you are also going to develop 1.22 in the background, you want it to have a big impact and stuff, like surely they would be like teasing us or using it. But they're not. We've just got the drops. They haven't really done a great job of communicating how the numbering system works, and just the fact that we are now just exclusively drops or whatever. It's just really strange. The end flash just seems like a strange thing. If they had been dropping in hints that they're going to do an end update and then, oh look, now there's the end flash, like it'll get people excited, something's coming. But no, it's like, it's just there and it's just awkward and it's like, oh, why are we doing this? Yeah, they want hype, but at the same time they tell us all we need to know about them when they show them. Not sure exactly what you're saying there, but if we start what you started saying, they want hype. So if they want hype, you know, why add a feature to the end while giving us like no context and sort of saying there isn't a 1.22 in the works? It just doesn't add up. We got some gifted subs, I believe, coming in. Yo! Niche Char, thank you for gifting subs to Molly Moo, William, Crazed Humanoid, Jaws, Lamsey, Zonex, Atom, Alfrog, That Damn Llama, and Gielf? Man, when you change the numbers to the letters, my brain is always a bit slow on that. Appreciate your generosity. Thank you for gifting subs. Do we have a Rainbow in chat? Do we have any LPMT planned for today? Because anyone who gets a sub, gifted, regular, Amazon Prime, it gives you access to our Discord server. It gives you access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server, which I've noticed recently. I've noticed a bunch of sign-ups on Patreon. I think it feels to me like more people are joining at the moment, which is awesome because it's an amazing server with lots of talented players on and a really wonderful community. I think I put chains into here. Nope, next one. Yeah, there we go. Got some chains to work with. At least these end flashes do not add to the inventory. Yeah, that's the point. They're not adding more to the inventory. I think I'm going to start free camming it around here, peeps. I know I don't want to use the free cam much, but I think just for technical reasons, it's going to help a lot here. just to sort of get a sense of, yeah, where we're putting blocks. Maybe I can do a bit more without it. Maybe I can do a bit more. So they're going to go like here. I'm going to need a redstone torch or something to activate those bulbs. So you will not build the auto sorter with shulker box from a YouTube video. I might do later in the season. I don't know really. One thing I've been thinking about is I haven't really planned this space very well, and oh boy, one idea that crosses my mind before a season of Hermitcraft is like, what if you planned everything, right? And I don't like the idea of doing that. So I always have half a plan. If I'd have planned everything, this would have looked a lot different. But I think what I'm going to do, eventually, is feed the items here down below into a shulker box ender chest sorting system, maybe pass it through some bulk storage, and then send the items back up to here. And then we'd have like a basement part where you can like drop down, you know, and it's a bit patchwork and last minute, but that's how I think we'll integrate that system into the storage room. But yeah, Enderdan says, I love it when a plan comes together. Well, it's not a plan, it's like a patchwork, right? And it's probably not the best way to do things, basically. There's probably better ways, and the better way is to plan further ahead. But I don't know, I don't like the idea of like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I could embrace it. Like, this season, the beginning of the season has got me wanting to play next season with zero plan and lean into this idea of like permanence, where everything you do is going to be permanent. So like, put care and effort into it from the very beginning, you know, make everything aesthetically correct or whatever. That could have some real downsides, but also there's some obvious upsides to it. The alternative could be to go in the absolute opposite direction and basically like plan out a mega base in creative first, put all the farms in proximity to each other, figure out exactly where it's all going to go. I kind of like both of those ideas. Honestly. But there's always this like part of playing Minecraft where you're like in decision paralysis. Like, I'm experiencing it now with like, oh, you know, I've built that there and now I want to move this thing, and if only I'd have built that a little bit over here, and it's kind of hard to get like past that indecision feeling for me. Look at this though, this is good. The way that lines up to there is great. So by expanding this, we're aligning it with access to go across the mineshaft. What I want to do in this area on this side is build a bunch of like starter farms and stuff. Season 13 plans. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right. All right. Let's keep doing this. I think what I'll try and do now is copy this over to here. This is the thing with me. I think it was like that. It's... yeah, that's got to be it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think it was one block. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that. Pretty sure those 4 blocks are like that. And you got the trapdoor in there. We got the chest. So we could put the chest in the correct spot. Yo, AFK Bank, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Having a good time, all of that stuff. Are copper golems a light source? They are not. They are not. I tell you what, an entity that is a light source would be interesting in this game. That would kind of be a little bit of dynamic lighting going on. You liked how last season all of the hermits went a bit slow. It was a group decision to start with big projects again. The way we agreed to start the last season didn't go to plan at all. Like, it's always, I don't know, it's always like, it's really difficult in this group to make big plans that everyone can agree to. And I think we need a bit more of a, like a show and tell attitude where, like, if you've got an idea that the group can get involved with, it's probably better just to do it and see what happens than it is to try and get people on board with it. So what happened last season just came about naturally. We were all close together and a vibe just sort of got established, right? So like personally, the one thing I'd really like to try, and it never really goes anywhere because everyone's got different play styles and different ideas for the season. I would love for us to basically play as everyone's someone else's neighbor, like super close to each other. Take season 10 and compress it like 3 times over. Like everyone in like everyone starts in the same place together. I'd love to give that a try. I think that'd be super interesting, but you know, everyone's got like different ideas on what they want to do in this game, and so it's not easy to impose that on other people. It's not fair to either, right? So every season I'm gunning and hoping that we'll try something like that, but it never comes around. You enjoyed the never start this season, says AFK Bank. I'm glad you did, my dude. Thank you for gifting subs as well. Much appreciated. Bear, if you could do the LPMT thing for me in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. Agnes, Ella Majo, Witchy Paper, Minitech, and Formalin. Y'all been gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Make a growing border for season 12. You see, this is the problem. That imposes things on people, right? It's very difficult to do something if it imposes something on someone else's play style. That's what you got to think about, like how decisions like that impact other players. So if you choose to do something yourself that invites other people to join you, that's fine. But like, you can't really impose. Oh yeah, we need a chest. That's the thing I needed. Okay. I really like the idea of the mega base. If I kind of end up like I did last season with like 5 months of basically being inactive, well, not inactive. For the last 5 months of Hermitcraft, I basically did no new projects and just put a lot of polish on what I'd already done and mostly streamed it, right? Like that's the kind of level that I went to. If that happens again this season, what I could maybe do is plan out like a mega base that has like crafting and stuff built into it, because I went and crafted up some chests and it's like, there is the crafter in this game. Wouldn't it be cool if that was all automated, you know? Or that's already taken care of. We're going to need like lots more hoppers and comparators and resources to build that extra section. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild, people. How are these directions on the locator bar? It's a mod. I had this idea. I was watching that Hightail video, and they had the coordinates on the bar at the top of the screen, and I was just looking at it, I was thinking, we got a bar like that in Minecraft, right? Why don't we add the directions to it? My hope is that it helps me keep my bearings a little better, especially with when we go into the Nether Dimension. Here's where I think I now need to start using this, right? So that is a double chest, and there is a trapdoor in front of it, which is why I've got that. Is that right? No, it's not. It's, Let's give myself an extra block on the hotbar. That's correct. Zcam! Doing Zcam things. Yeah, let's go put all of these blocks into place next. Does that not get rid of the XP bar? You know, I've been looking at this bar down the bottom and thinking, couldn't it also just have the XP on there anyway? Right? Think about it. You could see the XP meter behind. I mean, it would then be quite noisy and cluttered. We're doing a pretty good job of rebuilding this, I think. It's going to be the same thing we just did here. And then it'll go to, yeah, okay. I want to get a couple of pieces of honeycomb, and I need to get a couple of chests like that. Where did I put honeycomb? Here we go. Right, and then chests. Yeah, then I'll probably want more honeycomb again. I think I'm just going to keep the honeycomb on me. The music sounds like something from a Ren Fairy? What's a Ren Fairy? You love the fun names the hermits are given to their cameras. Yeah, and now we use flashback, right? So like those are getting less and less common. I actually held off from using replay model flashback for the longest time in my client, but flashback seems to be so well written and performative that it just feels like it's actually just fine keeping it running. Ah, that's the wrong way around. Oh, it's good I picked it up. That work? There we go. Give it a scrape. And a wax. Only the one there? Yeah, that's probably right. And then only the one here. Do I have another chest? No. Now I can go back and forth to move things across, which is kind of nice. How much more of this do I need to do? Oh, this thing's in the way now. I'm also still kind of missing a fair few blocks here and there. Let's rebuild these front bits next. This should be nice and easy. That should be pretty straightforward. I feel like I'm missing a block or two. It would be fun but annoying if a fully oxidized chest was oxidized shut. Not sure there'd be any advantage to doing that. Am I expanding the storage room? Nah, I'm just going to move it all over this direction, 9 blocks. Yeah, let's go put those... is that right? I think that's right. This is why I left those in place. Oh, you flip it. You flip it. Got it. And then you can't... no, you can click on the top bit to get it in the right way. Good, good, good. Did I get that? No, it's over there. I can see it. Again, magnet. Magnet block in Minecraft, right? Not magnet block. Magnet enchantment. I don't know how to implement it, but doesn't have to be an overpowered, you know, type of thing. Just as a simple extension, you know, 3 blocks max, it will be so good. So good. Didn't one of those land on a hopper or something? Maybe not. Ah, that's that one nicely done. It could be a beacon thing. You know what? I reckon it could. Yeah. You're in beacon range. You got the little magnet thing. Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if they did something for the beacon? With the way they're doing the drops at the moment, it feels like they could do a beacon update drop, right? I do like the drop system. It feels like it's a nice way to perhaps look at areas of the game that are already there, but you can like embellish a bit more. But dang, with the beacon, that would be a good upgrade for it. Very good upgrade. You need a vacuum. I mean, same thing, right? Same thing. Magnet, vacuum. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so this bit works by putting that on top of the chests. Then it gets a bit more complicated. It's all about like hiding the little gaps that you can see through when you do this. Wasn't it like that? And then we've got 3 here. Actually, can that make more sense if it were the other way around? Like that, I think. I don't know why I got 1 extra stair here. Maybe it was just like a building mistake. Maybe I didn't really need it. Hey X, love your storage system. Wanted to replicate it in our own survival world. Is it normal that there always be 1 item stuck in the hopper beneath the barrel though? Yes, that is normal. It's a bit annoying if you've got like a never star filter, you know. So any items that you would have that little of and 1 would be detrimental, probably don't put it into the system. Because it might end up sitting in there for a little bit. Did it go into the hopper? Nope. Again, here I've done like that. I'm not sure why. Confused myself. And why is there a gap there, but not on the other side? Oh, because there is a slab at that level, right? Right, kind of looks like we've done the work, really. I think we'll move the items next. Might want a bit of a cleaner space for that. I could do with a chest to put things in. How about this? All right. So this should be pretty straightforward. Let's do the golems first. I kind of want to do the golems. So like when I get rid of this, you're probably going to wander. Yeah, I don't know where you're going to wander to. I might have to lead you actually. But they're good. They're good at this point. He's just going to do a little dance for me. Is that it? Like, buddy, come over here. I got a job for you. Son, I got a job for you. You're going to love it. I've got to put my iron bars in here. Iron chains. See, look. Ah, but now you want to go on that side? You want to have a look over there next. I wasn't quick enough. See, because they go to that chest, it's not too difficult to get them to where you want to go. So this guy might have chosen the wrong one, buddy. I want you to go over here. Also, I think putting them on the lead resets their pathfinding. And now this is your new home. Brilliant. Okay. That'll do, that'll do. Do you know how Hoffman implements custom models? Kinda? I get questions like that from time to time, like, you know, how do you make custom models? Blockbench is honestly like a good spot, a good place to start. But like, these questions are sometimes, like, are they questions of artistry? Are they questions of technicality? You're asking to do a very complicated. It's like going, you know, how do you make a car, right? And it's like, oh, do you want to make your own car? Like, there's a lot that goes behind that question, right? Are you asking about designing one? Like, you want to design a car? You just want to get your hands on one? Like, some things are more complicated. So if you ask me about, like, the storage system here, well, I could probably answer your question. But I get these questions about, like, the custom stuff that we have on Hermitcraft, and it's like, it's not like a easy thing to answer. Like, how do we get the resource pack to automatically update from GitHub? It's like, if you're good enough to actually implement and do something like that, then you probably don't need to ask. But if you do, it probably means it gives me the suggestion that you're way off where you need to be to know how to do that. Does that make sense? I've got to come up with a better way of like explaining that. What do you think if a haste beacon made copper golems work quicker? I don't know about that. That's a bit gatekeepery, says James Reloaded. It's not gatekeeping. It's definitely not gatekeeping. It's like asking, how do you cook, says Smudge. Kinda. Like, there's a range of answers, right? But also, when someone does ask, how do we get it to sync? It's like, in order to get your GitHub and resource pack syncing, you need quite a lot of knowledge, and the amount of knowledge that you need of those systems means if you could do it, you probably don't need to ask. I think that's the way of saying it, right? Like, if you could actually do it, you probably don't need to ask. So when someone asks, it kind of suggests that they probably wouldn't know how to do it. That's the problem. And it's a little bit similar with the custom model stuff, because I get some questions about it sometime, and it seems like the person who's asking thinks this is like some super easy thing to just make a custom asset and put it on the server. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Can you have a tutorial on the sorting system, says Dingus is good. As I said in my episode, that episode will be the tutorial. I don't really plan on making a tutorial video for it. Just because, I don't know, like, I just don't really feel that kind of like inspired to. I really would just want to like stick with what feels like the most fun. And right now the most fun is just doing Hermitcraft. So I want to stick with just doing that. I think I'm going to put this one in with the other buckets, you know. I'm not as obsessed or worried about... Yeah, you know, earlier we were talking about, like, motivation, inspiration, action, and then, like, what, you know, who are you, what are you trying to do? I don't think I want to be that guy who, like, grinds out YouTube videos, right? I want to make what's behind my YouTube videos be, like, really intrinsically interesting to me. Which is what I'm doing with my Hermitcraft stuff right now. So when something becomes like a cool, fun idea in my head, that's when I'll go ahead and do it. But again, like, you could say this sounds like the inspiration motivation thing. It's because my goal is no longer to be that guy who makes all those Minecraft tutorials, right? That's no longer it for me. It was for a long time, now it's not. And we're talking like, you know, the deeper inspirations. Because it's not just a feeling like, oh, right now I can't be bothered to make this video. It's like I've done this for so long that now I need to do the stuff that's like satisfying on that deeper level. Do I make sense? So like right now, like I made a couple of tutorials recently, and it's because I had like a real sort of deeper interest in doing that. Like that bamboo one. I just thought this is interesting to me. I'm gonna make this into a video. But I'm no longer gonna grind. Like I'll do other things with my time, basically. Smokey Phoenix, thank you ever so much for 14 months. No sleep so far on 14 months sub anniversary. The bad and the good, lol. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. This is what having nothing to prove looks like, says Wave. Yeah, it is a little bit of that. I've been around for so long on YouTube that I just don't need to do it for YouTube's sake anymore, right? You've outgrown that aspect of the game, says Kevlar. Possibly. It's not so much the game. Like, I'm really interested in this storage system. But I did it in a Hermitcraft episode. I did it in a way that was most fun to me. It's part of this. This is what feels like the really fun, interesting thing right now. Maybe if I wasn't on Hermitcraft, I might take it out of a creative world and then bring it into a video through a tutorial, right? That might then be the next best thing for me to do. But I certainly don't want to do both. But like the thing that I'm not doing is I'm not making that smart YouTuber decision. I'm not like got to get the tutorial out for the algorithm, right? I'm done. I'm so over it. I'm so over YouTube and its little numbers game. I'm sick to death of like, you know, your video did 10 out of 10. It's just like, I'm just done. Like, I don't want to, you know, keep pumping out videos so the channel grows or whatever. I'm just over it. I've been doing this for so long. It's like, hey, what's the thing that's like really interesting to me right now? Oh, Hermitcraft, and like, what can we do with the copper golems? I got loads of ideas. Let's lean into this. This is the way I'm gonna do it. This is fun. This is great. I'm enjoying this. Right? Is it the best thing for the YouTube algorithm? Probably not. I'm not that guy anymore. I did it for a long time. I loved it when I did it. I would say between season 7 and the last season of Hermitcraft was kind of like a rocky period for me, where it was a mix of like trying to continue doing it. Sometimes that worked, sometimes it didn't. And then slowly like backing away from it as well. And now I've just finally, I think, like landed in the place where I'm like, yeah, I got my head around it now. It took a few years, but like, this is just how I feel about YouTube now. So I feel like I've landed. I've landed in season 11. Kind of reminds you of how Mumbo is doing things. When he is inspired, he hops on into his creative world and tinkers and takes the viewers onto the journey without making an explicit tutorial. Yeah, definitely. Mumbo has transcended that tutorial format into like the what am I interested in right now format. I've taken note of Mumbo doing that and looking for opportunities to do that myself, but not really found it yet. It might take like finding one to realize how to do it, but you know, we'll wait and see what happens with that. The one time I did sort of do it was with that bamboo tutorial, right? That was kind of a tutorial that wanted to say, hey, people do things this way, but I don't think it's the best, and like, let me also show you how this works and why. And like, the tutorial just came together from a different angle, and I felt that a lot in the comments, that people really felt that and like understood it, which was really, really good. So I have done a little bit of experimenting in that direction, but I don't have to like pressure myself to figure that out either, right? I don't have to stress out about finding a new way to make videos or not, because I'm just over it. The mentality is probably also good for your mental health as well. Yeah, it is. I was talking earlier about taking vitamin D supplements and feeling really good, but it might actually be related to other stuff. You never know. You never know. I was definitely feeling this way for a while before this season started as well. So I do think it is related to the supplement. I also stopped drinking coffee. I think I'll enjoy coffee when I'm on holiday and stuff. And you feel like a hot drink and you're out and about and being active. I feel like that's a nice time to have coffee. But I'm not going to go back to using it to work out and stuff. It feels very, like, elastic and relative to me. Like, if I start taking it, it kind of makes me feel like I'm getting more energy and doing good. But then, you know, if I go back to normal, it's just, it feels the same. Since so many hermits talk about inventory management issues, if there was a mod to fix them, would the hermits consider putting it on the server? Obviously, it'd be less vanilla. Yeah, we've already got that mod on the server. I have a really bad, like, habit of not using it in survival. I use this thing so much in creative building, redstoning, but my survival way of playing is sort of a bit stuck, which is really odd. I'm just a bit stuck in the old ways of doing things, I guess. Should we start with the floor here? Or actually, no, let's get the ceiling done while we can see what we're doing. Let's get some scaffolding from somewhere. And let's put mud on the ceiling first. Right, now I'm not sure if I read these last two. I'm just going to read them again. Chinglish Finn, thank you for 11 months. You should be fixing a leaky roof, but you're here instead. Hey, do it. We were talking about this earlier. When things need doing, do them. Hey, 001, thank you for subscribing as well. What did I want out of here? Scaffolding, and we got some. And then mud. So yeah, I can't get into the habit of using this mod when I'm in survival. I don't know what it is. I think it's because you just do so much, like, of the gathering. You have to, like, go around and get this and then get that. That it's all in your inventory by the time you're building. Oh, wait, we're doing the ceiling first. Another reason... Well, actually, that was pretty much the reason. Like, the other thing is, I can't help but feel, if you had stone in your inventory and it let you just place a stone button or a pressure plate or that or this, like 1 for 1. Like, I know slab is half a block. I would take that. I would take right now just being able to pick the different shape and have it transmute those blocks down there. Same for, like, stone bricks. Like, if you just let stone switch between stone bricks, then this resource... with a click of a button becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different blocks, right? And that's a clever way to do stuff, all right? It's definitely not the most Minecrafty way to do it, because Minecraft has been a very kind of like in the world game, you know, interacting with stuff. But dang, this game is like 15 years old. Let's get an upgrade going, you know? Wait, where are the... Oh, it's right there. Bam. Little bit of metal guitar. I like it. Yo, Angry Canine, the one, the only, the legendary. 127 months. Hey, X, hope all is well. Can't really think of anything witty to write, so I just woke up. Fair enough, fair enough. The brain's getting started. What was bugged with the Nether spawn? Good question. Good question. Basically, if you set the world spawn in the Nether, there is a bug, right? And this is a really bad bug. You will always get teleported to the Y level 0, and that means that you just drop into the void. Oh, no, you don't drop into the void. You're stuck in bedrock, taking damage until you die. So I patchwork a teleport to send you up to the level of our Nether hub, and Cub has now discovered that if you end a pearl and your spawn is in the Nether, you go on the Nether roof, It's all just I don't know, like I don't know where that came from when they started changing stuff for the Nether. Did they test it? I don't know. But it's a bit like, oh, that's naff, you can't actually use it. So we used a command block, I used a command block to fix the Nether spawn. Okay, put that there. And Cub found another bug. Now, at first, what I was thinking is, oh, my command block's made a mess of this. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. The command block doesn't interact with an ender pearl. It interacts with the player at a specific location. So Cub has found a separate issue. I'm planning on streaming Minecraft content. Since you are a Minecraft streamer, would you suggest streaming without facecam? Yeah, I would. I would 100% tell people, do not put your face on the internet. Like, not at all. It's your choice, but don't start by doing that because you can't take it back. Everyone's got different feelings about putting themselves out there in the world. I'm a very quiet to myself person. I don't need other people's attention in that kind of way. I don't want to be someone that people, you know, recognize or whatever, like, you know, be famous or whatever you want to call it. I got no desire for any of that. If you do, you know, great, but like, don't start by doing that. Give yourself some time to like learn what it's like to be a creator on the internet before you commit to just, you know, giving that away. That anonymity that you start off with, a little bit of privacy, you know? There we go, it's all lined up properly. Flank says, I mean, it's personal preference, but it's harder to be more anonymous if you show yourself. Yeah, yeah. Silverwind says, if you recognize your voice in the real world, would you prefer we don't say anything? I would prefer it. I'm like, I just keep to myself. I mean, I've talked to people that know me from YouTube before, but like, I don't know how to describe it other than saying like I don't do this for any of that kind of attention in the real world. Like, I'm not that person in the I'm not this person in the real world. That's just how I feel. Like, all of this is just a fun thing that I do with my time. When I go out there into the real world, I'm under no illusion. Okay, probably a weird merging of two worlds you want to keep separate. Yeah, pretty much. There's just two different things to me. Morning, Ren. It is also a bit of respect that when you do recognize someone from their voice and you know they are faceless online, you don't point them out or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Some people don't get those boundaries at all. I've heard quite a few stories from like celebrities about like being out for lunch with a family and then all of a sudden someone's shoving a camera in their face and stuff. And like, I'm not exactly fearful of something like that happening, but there are definitely like people that don't really understand those kind of boundaries and stuff. I am also probably dumb enough to be where do I know that voice from? And then 4 days later realize where I know it from. So it's just like that sometimes, isn't it? It takes you a minute to figure it out. They're celebrity, they have no privacy mentality. Yeah, it's a very I don't know why people make these kind of arguments of like, oh, it comes with the territory or whatever. I think it comes with the territory is a good thing to know, but it doesn't make it right. Like, as a celebrity, you should know that this stuff kind of comes with the territory. Doesn't make it right. It allows you to, like, knowing that allows you to be prepared for it, I guess. But like, it doesn't give anyone the right to do that. Until we all behave better, then I guess it won't be a part of the territory, you know? I don't know where that comes from. Like, that kind of desire to treat people that way. Just because they're famous. Is it soul sand on the ceiling? No, it's the muddy mangrove roots. It actually says it on the screen when I switch between materials, doesn't it? Oh, we do have extra mud. Good, good. This is how you build a ceiling, people, with scaffolding. With scaffolding. What were the other things I said I was going to do today? Because I'd noticed time is creeping up on us. Like, you always do less than you want. I think, actually, we were going to do what I said we'd do, but then I said, oh, and we'll expand the storage system. And it's like, yeah, that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while. Hey, we got tomorrow morning as well, though. What did I say we were going to do? We were going to do some mining to get some more deep slate. That is actually something I really would like to do. I think before I go any further with this, we should get a little bit of that done today. We should definitely get some deep slate together. Oh, Becca, thanks for reminding me as well. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I don't have to end dead on 2 hours either. So maybe we go for a little bit longer than I was planning on it. The only thing is that, like, I gotta go. So after this, I gotta go run, go in the sauna, right? So, oh, that's easily gonna bump us up to like. Wait, it's almost 12. I'm gonna be streaming past 12. By the time I've done my run and sauna, it'll be past 1 easily. Then I gotta cook. So you're looking at like probably 2 o'clock before I eat. Oh, and I'm really hungry. Probably be 2 o'clock before I eat today. And then I'll probably like eat again at 5 and then that'll be it. And that's good really because that'll be a very small eating window and forgot what the other thing was. Oh, I'll be very full. At 5 o'clock I'll be very full eating that close together. So then like the rest of the evening I won't feel like eating again. You sound like me with eating, says Kazi. I do intermittent fasting and I try every day to get like a relatively small window of like 4 to 5 hours tops between meals. And it works so good for me because it just gives me big chunks of time to be focused on other stuff. In my opinion, it's incredibly naive to believe you can still get a job somewhere without networking sites like Xing and LinkedIn, and that when you send an electronic resume, your photo will really remain private. Or the old job websites that request your profile will actually keep your photo private. To me, it's a sweet summer child mentality. Sorry, you can't avoid. I feel like you're replying to someone in chat, but in terms of like privacy and security and stuff, like the problem is that, well, there's several ways of talking about this. Like, you can look at a problem sometimes and forget that it's prevalent everywhere. like data theft and whatnot has always been prevalent. It's always been a problem. But in the digital age, it feels a bit scarier, perhaps. Or maybe a bit more pressing because it's the here and now. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't think I'm going to do the branch line thing, actually. I think I'd rather just get this as far along as I can. I think that makes more sense right now. But anyway, like, so when you hand over your data to a company, right, that company will have a bunch of security practices, and you don't always know how good their security practices are, right, and how their systems are set up. They also have different degrees of like policy around privacy and handling your information. But then there's things like GDPR that help protect your information and whatnot. You know, laws and regulations in the EU and around the world. But if you understand it from a technology point of view, you'll know that a lot of the time, like, data is pretty vulnerable. But there was this story about a dating website. It was a dating website for women exclusively. I think it was like a... what was the gist of it? Like, I think it was for women to talk about men on other dating sites or something like that. And in order to be a part of it, you had to send in, like, your passport, proof of ID, all of this stuff, right? Now, I think there should be a lot of law and legislation around how this stuff is handled. And I also think that it probably shouldn't be down to individual websites to handle such levels of, like, personal data, right? The app was T, that's the name of it, yep. So all of the information got leaked, right? Or hacked or whatever. It got... Oh, I gotta go, like, get some pale moss again. I can do that. No, I don't. No, I don't. Never mind. It's right there. Forgot about that. Forgot about that little chest up there. Not bad, not bad. Where are we at with the story? Oh my god, I'm so bad at multitasking. You think this is a pretty bipartisan issue, making it much easier to pass laws on, actually? Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. I just think there should be, like, they should get the best people in the industry, which probably means people like Google, to create really good standard securities that then these companies have to implement, right? Because the way this data got leaked from T, and this is, I think it was every single user's, like, personal detail and a photo of them as well. And I believe the customers of the service were even told that your information will be, like, forgotten after we verified you, right? Like, you verify, you send in your passport, whatever, then we get rid of that information, right? They didn't get rid of that information, and they left it inside a storage container on a system where the security of that system, it's like a Linux thing, is designed to constantly tell you when you have flaws. So apparently they were continuously receiving emails reminding them that their data is insecure because they had put the system into, like, insecure mode. They had downgraded its security for protecting all the information and then just completely ignored the emails telling them that they were vulnerable, and basically left this data to be very easily accessed. Like, it was a low-level hack to get the information. Like, how much negligence is that? Like, this isn't a case of, like, a company or, you know, the people behind the app just not knowing better. They literally put it into a worse state of security than it needed. Didn't do what they said they would do of getting rid of the user's data. It's just such a horror show of a story. But these stories happen time and time again with companies holding, like, personal data, and it's really diabolical. The new age verification thing now needs passport, driving license, and photo and IDs to access a lot of sites. I really don't like it because I don't trust the level of security of these different systems. Becca, that's exactly how I feel. I haven't encountered anything asking for my age on the internet yet. I can't help but feel that's because of algorithms actually knowing that I'm the correct age or whatever. But as soon as I encounter that stuff, right now, I'm going to be like, I do not want to hand over any of this information whatsoever, because you just don't know what these companies are, how they're storing it, if they're doing it right or not. And we should know. We should know. Where my, oh wait, I know where it is. It's over here. Where my firefly at? Have I got any left? Yeah, I got some left. So that'll go in this room. Now, I can't remember what I was using as a light source. Do I get to see it? I think it was a low-level bulb. Well, there wasn't one there. Or here. Can I even tell? I think there's one there. Okay, that is the weathered. I went and gathered some of these the other day, so we got those. That's good. Let's get a torch as well. Yo, Frog Milk, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, appreciate it. And Turing, thank you for the raid. Some games also ask for your age, sometimes you just lie. Being asked for your age is not what we're talking about. We're talking about having to upload your driver's license and stuff like that. Like, it's another level of like legislation that's been introduced. Oh, I'm gonna need a maybe I can get away with a mud block here. Right, and now we probably want to position these. Let's get one like there. I wonder if I can use a little bit of mini HUD here, actually. That's my digging schematic, which I no longer need. And then light levels should... No, I turned it off, Aha. Right, so with that, we can kind of get an idea of where to put these. I'm going to go with them in that sort of position. And now we got some general luminosity around here. There'll also be some lights back behind the chests, so I think I might just put one more here. Alright. Now we put in these blocks. I'll be honest, all my information is probably already out there. People can figure out everything about someone's private information at this point if they know how. Yeah, no, that's really true. People can do that. I don't think that should make us apathetic to the fact that it is that way. I think we want to be we want to make changes in this area, right? We want to get things right here, rather than be apathetic and give up. I'm not sure if that's your attitude. It just sounded maybe a little bit like that. Anyways, I am like very interested in security and privacy online and things like hacking and stuff. Like, it's all quite intriguing to me how it all works and what's going on. I'd say I'm reasonably knowledgeable about it as well, because I've been listening to like security podcasts and keeping in loop with a lot of that stuff for a long time. You're new to the stream and you're loving it. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, my dude. Glad to hear it. Yo, peeps, hit that follow button. Come back tomorrow. I'll be streaming again, same time tomorrow. So more Hermitcraft coming your way. Also, like, I don't think there's any point in... I don't think this is a problem to spoil this, okay? Now, bear in mind, not everything has been finalized, so there's always a chance that something changes. But we want to do more stream weekends, right? And it should be that next weekend we'll be doing stream weekends. And it probably means I'll stream at this time of day as well, because I generally get given that slot. It works for me, and it usually doesn't like conflict with anyone else. So Next weekend, very likely I'll be streaming at the same time of day again. And if I am, it's because it... Well, actually, if there's no Hermitcraft stream weekend, I'll probably stream again anyway. But yeah, we're planning on doing one next weekend. Look at the Discord. It's on the back of my mind. Give me a moment, please. God. Why is it Bernie? Why is Bernie in the meme? Is it just a common thing that he says? Right, where was I? Okay, so next weekend, streaming from me in the morning again, and probably as part of a live stream weekend, because we got all the bits together. It should go ahead. Can't see any reason why it won't. We'll announce it soon. Let's get some hype going for it, you know. It's going to be a back-to-back one. It's not going to be a group event. And then later on, I won't give you the date just yet, because if I try and remember it off the top of my head, I might get it wrong. Plus, not everything's quite set in stone, but we're going to do a Christmas like group stream evening thing where we all get on at the same time. I think with that one, we're not doing any lead up. We're just going straight into like a group event. So let's summarize. Next weekend is a regular Hermitcraft stream weekend. And then at some point after that, we will do a Christmassy one-off special group stream thing. So lots to look forward to. Hopefully you will join us. It feels like when I built this bit here, and it was only this bit, I did a lot less carpets. Then I did a bit more, and then I've gone kind of wild with carpets over here. So maybe I'll reel that back in a little bit. This guy keeps getting close to me. What a creep. Creeping up on me. Yo, Cordishi, 94 months. Thanks so much, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for continuing your support. That's amazing. Right, that's the whole of that area done, isn't it? Alright, well, this guy's stalking me. It's perfect time for the next bit. Why do I have that near my storage? I still haven't got a Silk Touch axe to pick up the thing. So I'm like, I kind of don't want to destroy it again. At some point, I'll probably punch him and farm a little bit more resin. Yo, okay, so if you were gifted a sub today, can I do that? Apparently I can. If you were gifted a sub today, if you got a regular subscription or a Prime, it gives you access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server and our Discord server. If ever you are interested, just ask in the chat. The people will hook you up. They will send you to the right place. This is our equivalent of a Patreon server. You can access it through Patreon as well if you're already a Patreon. This is the 4th season. It's been around for a long, long time. These worlds tend to last like 2 to 3 years. We're like a very long... like a long play. Today we're going to Isorb Space. This is the Marcus Space Online. It's a redstone factory built with a water-cooled storage CPU. Factory based off of Frunocraft design. Shout out to Fruno. And Raspscallions Mooney Miss V5. Okay, let's check. Oh, this is a redstone place. I see. These are cool. Oh my goodness me, this is... What is that block? Oh my god. It like renders so strange. It's copper grey. With waterlogged. Okay, this is a very technical looking thing. This looks like a starter area. This looks like the factory here. And it looks like a redstone mega project. Is that the CPU cooling right there? Oh my goodness me, this is crazy. This is crazy. Hi, cow. I feel like I've been here before. As soon as I teleported over here, I just had the feeling that I've been in this space before. It looked different before. This looks like some sort of crazy tree farm thing. I mean, this is very technical stuff going on over here, clearly. Let's head into the middle of the storage system. I think it's storage. Let's see if I can figure out what on earth any of this is. I actually may not know. Okay, this is it right here. So you got storage. Block by block storage. Quite possibly for everything in the game. Lots of TNT. Yeah, that's the storage sorting system. But then all of this down here, my god, I can't even figure out what it is by looking at it. I guess those are for moving those down. They create clocks. But maybe just one pulse signals. And then you got some sort of decoding thing going on. Oh, wait. So, like, shulker box and chest would craft a shulker. Okay. A shulker and a carrot? Golden carrot? Don't know why there's a shulker for that. What else can we diagnose here? Like bamboo and string somewhere would make scaffolding. Am I looking at this the wrong way around? That's a possibility. Do we have scaffolding somewhere? These are definitely the ingredients. Right, string. Oh, there you go. It was behind it. So yeah, bamboo and string makes scaffolding. So let's go look at piston, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So cobblestone. What is that in there? Nothing. And then it had the first two, which is gunpowder and sand. Maybe I don't know what I'm looking at. Maybe I don't... Oh, this is too technical for my brain, people. Too technical. I don't know what this is. It looks like a bamboo farm, but then there's a bunch of mental redstone around it. This looks like one of those things where you get carried away with making something one wide. And then it sits out with loads of space around it. This is the CPU cooled thing. So what is this? Is this storage? That looks like a filtering system. Although it's got 2 of each item in. Oh, maybe it works deliberately like that, 2 of each item. This is too advanced for me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. That looks like a fan that isn't currently active. But yeah, there you go. We like to do these little base tours. Tons of technical redstone. This is very different from where we've gone the last couple of times, so there's a bit of diversity here. But there you go. Let's pop back onto Hermitcraft. That was a little showcase of Isorb's base over on LPMT. Now that I've expanded this room a little bit, it feels extra gloomy all of a sudden. It's like it's gotten big enough to not feel cozy. That dude isn't paying attention to me. I can get over here, right? But hey, what server was that? The Let's Play Minecraft Together server. If you're a subscriber here of any type, you can join. Just ask in the chat, they'll hook you up. Let's check on this thing again. Oh, why are you over here, man? You supposed to be over here? I think you're in the right area at the right time. Right, I want to see if any of the redstone's broken. That's correct. All of these are correct. So's that one. So when this activates, which it might have just done, I'm not sure. Usually it activates at the wrong time. Nah, it's still running. It's still running. This is a falling edge detector. So it's when that turns off that it gets going. You caught the dude taking a break. There we go. It just activated this over here. Now the golem has already gone? Where's the golem? Oh, you went over there. Okay. So now, up it goes. Oh, that was a little bit slow getting through. It's enough time. One of these days, I reckon it's going to get caught and drown. Oh, dear. Right, now, because the path below is blocked, you should, like you were earlier, start doing your thing, and there's a little delay, and off it goes. Brilliant, brilliant. And we've left the area and come back. Like, I reckon chunk loading is going to break this thing at some point, but that's pretty promising. I think maybe we got to the bottom of that. Maybe, maybe. Animalons, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. The stream. You managed to sub. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back again same time tomorrow. Need to hydrate. Need to drink some water before I go for a run. And then next weekend is a stream weekend. We'll have the details out to you soon. Hope you enjoyed it, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll go find someone to riggedy raid. Not just any type of raid, it's a riggedy raid. It's going to be a random Minecraft channel today. Let's see if it suggests anyone with not a lot of viewers. And is also in English. Okay, here we go. I found a channel for you. Hopefully enjoy what you find. Enjoy it, and I will see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.